What's up YouTube? It's Cuss by Coast back with another one. Today we are going to do a crop with a bald fade. So first we're going to start out with some block graduation, and this is how we're going to set up our haircut. I know I'm kind of in the way here, but we're going to do the same exact thing to the other side. We're just going to pull it out square to the head and clear any excess bulk. So as you've seen, prior to cutting the top, I resaturated the hair, and we're just gonna go in and make some baby point cuts. We're not really trying to take out a whole bunch. Really, we're just gonna add just a baby amount of texture. It's not really gonna do too much. Last time we cut his hair, we took off more than normal, so we went back to what we regularly do, and this is about the length that we're looking for. Alright, and now last on the top, we're going to take the front out and just take out the peak of the weight because he doesn't want it too heavy in the front. To start off the sides, we're going to take our wall 3 guard and we're just going to flick into the weight. That obviously didn't do anything, so I'm going to move down to my 2 guard. And you can see it's starting to build a slight transition. Now we're using our Gamma Absolute hitters to set in our bald line. This tutorial was a few weeks ago when I first got these, so I was really using these a lot at this time. If you notice, whenever you're using them, you have to scoop down rather than scooping up. So they're not really my favorite trimmer to use. I'm not going to keep using them as much as I would my detailer because the detailer is just undefeated. This trimmer is a nice trimmer for aligning and doing designs, but not for all purpose. So now we're in with the Gold FX shaver. Just taking that up to the line that we created with our trimmer. On the next guideline, we're going to start with our wall magic clip all the way open. Now we're going to use our lever all the way closed. This is out of order of my normal steps, but I just switched a couple. So this time we did lever all the way closed and then halfway open, and we bumped it all the way up to where we just set the all the way open guideline. I don't do this too often, just every now and then I'll switch up my steps. Can't really explain why, but sometimes it's fun to play around a little bit and just see if you can get to the same result doing different things. But if you're a beginner, I do not recommend doing that. So now that I've set in my initial guidelines, I'm going back in and cleaning up to color as to where I see fit. You don't always have to go in the exact steps, go through your steps, and if you don't have the desired look that you want, go back in and just play with the lever a little bit where you feel comfortable and get to that look that you want. Now we're using the Babyless half guard to soften up our medium guideline. we're going to follow that up by using our wall half guard all the way closed. It does cut closer than the babyless one, so for me that was the right step to use right there. You could possibly use an open clipper and flick out a lot, but that's what I chose to use right there. So right here, we're just gonna do some slight debulking just up by his front hairline. It sits just a little thick, so always go in and just lightly debulk that area. Anyways, guys, we just got back from New York. They actually called a state of emergency, and due to coronavirus, all events were shut down. So unfortunately, I didn't get any film for that. It wasn't really planned, but you know, that's where we're at. We had to fly back that next night, so no cool footage from that. But I'll be in Chicago next month. Hopefully everything's still going good. Hopefully they're not tripping out about the coronavirus then. But right here we're just using our basic steps, setting our guideline with the trimmer and then clearing it out with the shaver. Then going back in and doing the same steps as we do on the other side and on, you know, through and through. I say this at the end of every video, but guys, if you're listening, please comment. Tell me what haircuts you want to see. It helps me provide content for you guys. I'm trying to mix it up just a little bit. I'm trying to notice the trends of YouTube. So my very first video is done really good. The next one did all right. The next one was a flop. It only had 200 views. Stills only had like 230. But then after that, it went back up to like 400, 500, 1,000 again, and then now I'm just kind of trying to figure it out again because I haven't been super consistent. So obviously I have to take blame for that, and hopefully I can get back into posting one a week because that's where the best results are going to be at. But if you guys are commenting and letting me know what haircuts you want to see, or if you say, you know, you've done too many bald fade crops, don't post anymore for right now unless you have something crazy going on, then cool, just let me know. Just comment down in the comment section and I'll see every single comment. So we'll move forward from there. Alright, so we're going to take our 1.5 guard up to the weight because we're going to do a design on this side. Whenever you do a design, you want to make sure that the hair is clean enough to put the trimmers in there and it looks sharp. If you do a design into like a 2 or a 3 guard, it's going to look crazy. Don't do that stuff. Just take a 1.5, and then on his hair I'm going to go down to a 1 open just because I've done so many. I'll do one every single time I cut his hair. I know what's going on. So that's what we're going to work with. But this is the design we're doing. I got it. Forget who the barber is, but I got the picture from my guy JT. So like I said, when I was making this video, I had just got these Gamma Absolute hitters. Really this was going to be just footage for a review, but I don't know if I'm going to do a review. I don't think I would have, you know, 8 to 10 minutes worth of stuff to talk about the trimmer. So I am using it and figuring it out. It's sped up so you don't have to sit for too long. You can tell like we're getting stuff done, but it's taking me a little bit longer because you got to get used to the way that it drags and everything like that. You can't really scoop with it, so it's a lot of using the back side of the blade and the corners of the blade. And again, if you're a beginner, I kind of messed up on showing you this part because you want to set in the design first before you go back in and start bolding out the lines, because you can make it too big and it would just throw you all the way off. So if you start with a rough draft and build it, it'll be a lot easier for you to do. So right now I'm building it, but still going in. As you can tell, I'm thickening the line. Alright, so here we're really gonna go in and blow this thing out. I know I was doing it before, but we're really gonna bold them out. You know, we want the design to be seen. So I'm gonna cut a decent amount, probably almost double the length of what I set it in as. I'm not gonna talk a whole lot. I'm gonna let the beat ride and you can just see me build this design. Alright, so we're back. We're going to use the open clipper. And then we're going to go all the way closed at the bottom, just flicking out the trimmer guideline. And then we're going to go halfway to get back to faded in. And really, you can tell right there, it already looks faded. That's the reason why I put designs in first before I fade, so that I can really just see where I need to do and I don't do any unnecessary fading, because you do that, you're wasting time. And you know what they say time is money, you know, etc., etc. But back here by the arrow is where an indentation in his head is. So I work at this spot a little bit longer than normal. As you can tell, it's still pretty dark right there. I don't know if I go back to it or if I did it off camera, but now we're using our half guard and just lightening up the design. And right here, guys, we're gonna blow dry with the purpose. You want to make sure the hair is laying a certain way. You know, if you blow dry all the hair up, the hair is gonna stick up. You know, you push it all to one side, it's gonna want to lay to one side. So just make sure that you guys use a comb or a brush and that you blow dry with a purpose. You want it to lay in this certain direction. For this haircut, we're gonna comb it in on each side, and then we're just gonna slightly lift it just to get a little bit of volume. And then after that, I'm gonna come in with the diffuser after I put product in his hair to try to get it to really work into his hair and get the desired look that we're going for. So here I'm gonna use a Tune 45 clay. Sean cuts hair, smacked that out of my hand because he's a psychopath, but I'm out of my clay now, unfortunately. I wish I had some more. This is probably the last of it. So we're gonna take the hair and we're gonna stick it up first so that we can work it all the way to the scalp. Because the more that the product is worked into the hair, the better the haircut turns out to be. So I worked it up and now I'm gonna push it back down. Get this diffuser, just get the hair doing what it wants to do. You can have it laying all crazy so you can see the texture throughout. And here I don't really have a certain direction. I've styled his hair many different ways. I've been cutting them for a while. So here I just kind of separated it and then made a section in the front with two fangs. It really just kind of happened in the moment. Whenever I was styling his hair, I just wanted to do something a little bit different. So there we go, guys. We have the finished cut. Let me know what you guys think. Like, share, subscribe, tag some friends, get me out there. And all right, guys, it's Cuts by Coast, and I'm out of here.